everyone. This is Barbie. And Barbie, I know that when we first met, you were suffering. I remember the first thing you told me is that you were suffering with headaches. You're a business owner, and so you were having brain fog. You also had fatigue. You also said you couldn't concentrate very well. And so, we do these things because other people may be suffering with the same things that you're suffering with. And so we just want to kind of get an idea, first of all, how did you find us? What led you to even moving forward, and kind of give us an idea of your experience working with us here at the Health Elevated, and also tell us, how you're doing now. We're all curious to know. So take it away.
First of all, I am doing great and I'm very appreciative of all the help that I received from Health Elevated. It's been life changing and eye opening. But it's kind of random that I found one of your commercials on Facebook. I guess you call it a commercial, but
Yeah.
some of the symptoms that you had talked about, and just I was scrolling, saw it, and was like, huh, these are the things that I'm complaining to my doctor about that she didn't have really an answer for. She just said, these are some things you can try. Um, you can, exercise more. You just got to be motivated. She did suggest taking gluten and dairy out of my diet. And I did notice a little bit of a change when I did that because I was willing to make changes. But there wasn't any other answers. She, of course, diagnosed me with hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's and put me on the levothyroxine, which, by the way, I still hate taking, but, you know, I think it's necessary at this point. Um, it was a roller coaster for me because I was so emotionally invested in what can I do to change my life because I can't live like this. I think I was 47 when I started and I felt 80. I mean, not anything
Wow.
against a lot of 80-year-olds, but I kept thinking I won't live much longer if I can't get up and do my job, clean my house, keep my grandbabies. I mean, I was living terribly. To talk about the headaches, they were excruciating daily. It wasn't, something I just got every now and then. I woke up with a headache and I went to bed with a headache. I was on a ton of medications, some of them with some pretty rough side effects. But at that point, I thought, what do you do?
Yeah.
Your doctor recommends if you want relief, take these medications. Um, that was probably one of the most painful things. When I started the cleanse, I don't think I realized how much pain I had been living in
Yeah.
until maybe, I don't remember the exact dates. I don't know if it was 2 weeks, 3 weeks after I started. Um, the pain that left my body, the inflammation, it was just, I might even cry because you just don't realize how much pain you live in
You
until
get
it's
used to it.
exact.
You get used, and you get into this lull of this is how life is supposed to be now, and you forget how feeling well was supposed to feel.
Yeah, because I kept thinking, oh, this is my 40s. This is rough. How do people live like this? But all my friends didn't feel like this. Even the ones that had thyroid issues and stuff, they never complained about these things. So I just thought it was something that I was going to have to live with. And it was rough. But going through the cleanse um was just crazy because the more I did, like the more I eliminated the sugar, the grains. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize that I was eating so much grains, had no idea what kind of effect it had on me. But as I started eliminating those foods, even before the cleanse, I noticed a change. Then when I started the supplements and everything that's included in the program, I actually could get up and out of bed in the morning without waiting for my coffee because I used to have coffee every morning. I haven't had a cup of coffee now in like 9 months.
Wow.
And that's kind of a big deal because I lived off coffee for years. Um, I have more energy, um, no pain. If I have pain, there's a reason for it. There's no more living with pain. I can walk now. I mean, used to, it was all I could do to go to the grocery store and get out of my car and walk in the grocery store. Now I go visit a friend in the hospital and I don't have to take the elevator. I can actually climb the stairs because I know it's good for me. But I couldn't have done that just 9, 10 months ago, maybe.
Wow.
So these are huge changes in my life. I now have another granddaughter. I can actually keep all my grandchildren. Um, I think the biggest thing is, though, is, everybody at first thought I was on this diet. For me, it wasn't a diet. It's a lifestyle that I
Uh-huh.
choose, to do because of how it makes me feel. Um, I still cook the same way, use all the recipes and everything. Grocery shopping is a little bit harder, but you find ways to work around that. Thank God for Amazon and all the other places that I use. And we raise our own meat. The only thing I have to buy in the store is chicken and turkey. And we grow our own vegetables. So that helps a lot.
Yeah.
But
And have your friends and family noticed the change in you as well?
huge. My 73-year-old father has, matter of fact, read a couple of the books that I'd purchased, Grain Brain and Wheat Belly.
Uh-huh.
And after 73 years, he is now eliminating things from his diet. Now he has a lot of cardiovascular issues and things that I know a lot is hereditary, but the changes he's making because he's seen what it did for me is just unbelievable.
That's
Because
fantastic.
yeah, 73-year-old men don't normally do that.
Yeah, if someone at 73 can make changes and can heal, there's no reason why someone in their 40s or 50s or 60s can't heal either. And then tell me also how, I know you're a business owner. How has this affected you as a business owner and a professional? How has feeling better affected you financially or helped your business grow, or if you want to speak to something like that?
So it has definitely changed things. I actually go physically to meetings now. But more importantly, this has actually taken me to a whole new level. I've enrolled in some classes that I would have never dreamed of doing before. And one of them is health and wellness coach, certified holistic coach. There's a lot that I'm doing not only for my business because I own a fencing business, so I can't get out and put up fence. But now my paperwork is done. Now I can sit at the computer and get everything done in one session, where before it was taking me days to do the accounting side of it because I couldn't focus. I couldn't concentrate on numbers and everything I needed to do. My memory was pretty bad too. And I definitely see an improvement with that. But I've moved on to, I'm doing a lot of health courses to try to help the people in my family that I know that have issues and autoimmune diseases also. So it's gave me a new outlook on life, I guess you could say,
That's
that
great.
I want to share, what I'm doing, and it's not impossible. It's not, it is a change and nobody likes change. So it's learning how to do what you've done all your life, but with different ingredients.
Yeah, and do it better and do it better. And,
And feel better.
I know a lot of people who are probably sitting and listening to this, and, people automatically have some skepticism. What would you tell someone who's listening to this who may be a little bit skeptical, who may be a little bit on the fence about taking a step forward? What would you tell that person? Because you may have had that kind of thinking before you joined us. What would you tell that person today?
I was very skeptical. I can't tell you how skeptical I was. I mean, even after I had it in front of me, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I really don't. But the only thing I can say is, and I believe you said it in the master class, invest in yourself. That was the best investment that I ever made. And I've invested a lot in my lifetime, but this was the best investment because not only did it change my health, it changed, I can't even put it in words how good it's been for me to take the plunge, basically. I mean, think about all the decisions we make on a regular basis. When you go buy a car, you're doing a at least 4 year commitment to buying a car.
Yep.
This was, and in all sincerity, you were only asking me for a 6 month commitment. Was 6 months.
You're
And
right.
to see the changes, even if it's not just my what my experience is, if you look at all the people that I met just in the Facebook group, I mean, some of those ladies have gotten passed way worse. How how can that many people have the same results and it not work? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, yes.
it works is all I can say. I
If
mean,
it
I
can
don't,
happen, yes, if it can happen to them, it can happen to you too.
and I just say don't stay on the fence. It's worth everything. You know, I was very skeptical. I didn't know if I could do it. I remember leading up to the first day I started, I was still having doubts. I was like, I just don't know that this is going to work. I was proved wrong, I believe, within probably, I would say, the first week I was noticing change.
Wow.
It was crazy. In my mind, still blown. When I look back, I keep a little diary. It's not, a lot, but how I was feeling, and it's unbelievable to look back and read those things. I was miserable, very miserable, and I can't go back and change that. But if I would have been doing all this years before, wow, think of
Right.
how I would be today and wouldn't
That's
have even
great.
lost those years. Yes, it's been wonderful. I highly recommend it. And I've always told people to feel free to reach out to me if they have any questions. I'll be glad to give my um, testimony or my experience of what I did and how much it's helped me.
And if you were to rate your improvement on a scale of 0 to 100%, zero is when you started up until now, how much would you say you've improved in this short 6 months?
Oh, in 6 months, I would say 100%. I think I would go with 100 because you can't compare. There's just no comparison. When you can't get out of bed or you can't get up off the couch and it's an effort to walk to the restroom or the kitchen, that's 100%. When now you feel like you can, run around the yard or play with your grandchildren or whatever the case may be, and staying on top of my business, plus adding on more work. I mean, I'm doing multiple things now where before I had to focus on one thing, get it done before I can move on to something else, and now I'm doing a million things.
Wow. Well, that's fantastic. Well, congratulations to you. Congratulations for choosing you and putting yourself first. You're experiencing the benefits, but also your family now. I mean, that's kind of like throwing a pebble into a pond, and now you're starting to affect people
Right.
in your family and your circle. And that's just fantastic to hear. I'm so happy for you and so proud of you. And I'm sure your grandkids are also they're getting their grandmother 100%. I mean, you can't change that. You can't put a price on that for
You
sure.
can't. No, that is correct. You cannot. And I want to thank y'all, everybody at Health Elevated. Everybody is helpful, so nice. They were just all wonderful. Just, I can't say enough. Even my coach, I loved her. She was just amazing, Nicole. And all the talks, you look forward to those coaching sessions because, obviously during the week you may have some questions, but when they sit down with you and answer all your questions and give you the information you need to maybe try this, try that, whatever. It was just wonderful. It was
Well,
great.
well, congratulations to you again. Thank you for spending this time and just continue. This has opened a new door for you. I'm so excited that now you want to help coach people. I mean, I'm sure you never thought that was going to happen.
Definitely not. Definitely not. I've never been a class taking type of person at all. And I wanted to learn more. And I have. I'm on the road to learning everything that y'all encouraged me to do.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for spending your time with us. And I'm sure, like you said, if people want to reach out to you, they can just reach out to you on the page. So thank you
Yes,
for making yourself available.
no problem. Thank you.